paver job in progress here. Putting down the base, getting this compacted. All the soil's going here for make a flower bed in here. Getting this compacted over here now. And starting to lay the sand, and then we'll put the paver down here. Today we will be pulling out all of these trees over here. Just about to get started. Which ones? No, just the small, just the square ones, yeah. Those are fig trees, and they will come out, as well as all of this stuff. Oh yeah, because that way we can get to those trees. And then back here, we got retaining walls we're putting in, clearing all this junk out. This will be a concrete pathway, a few feet wide. We'll have a hedge along this property line. We've already done a whole bunch of work in the back here off this beautiful, it's all ocean, Pacific Ocean there. On a clear day, you can see Canada way over there. We'll be building up this here, making it into a nice flower bed, steps, mulch, all that good stuff. There'll be some other concrete work on the other side, but this will be the pathway. And so it'll be good. Today the big thing is hauling out all of those junipers and all those big plants next to the driveway. We're chaining them to the skid steer and then pulling them out that way. Also gonna be fixing, repairing, and putting in new soil into these beds next to the entrance of the property, and putting in pathway over here that goes around the other side of the house. Alright, so we started the project now, started getting all of these roots out, pulling them out with the chain. You can see there, the skid steer, and pulling all these out. And I gotta haul all this stuff to the dump. Things are starting to take shape. We are super busy today, and then this happened. Cannot start the truck. Tried everything from restarting the battery terminals, trying to fix the ignition, turning the key, which I'm trying right now for like 10 minutes, waiting for the flashing light to turn off. Like, just about everything we've tried, and it's not starting. Super busy, need this truck. We are back in action. I think it was the first time I felt my IQ dipped into single digits when we realized that the reason the vehicle was not starting was we were using the wrong key. You might be like, wow, you're a real idiot. And that might be true. That might be true. But the Silverado key and the GMC keys, like GMC's keys and Chevy's keys, are very, very similar in size and shape. And so we used the wrong key, and thus we lost 4 hours of production time out of a vehicle. So now I'm headed to the dump. I'm gonna show you guys where we dump, and here we go. So for any business owners out there, landscape business owners, you know that a big part of what we do, especially if you have to bag your clippings, you have a lot of debris and stuff that you gotta take to the dump. And so dumping fees is a big part of your expenses each month and can run you several $100s. And if you have a big tree job, you might end up taking several thousand pounds worth of debris, and that costs money. So what we did, we do have a shop location, like a couple acres there, and so usually you just have space where you can put a pile and burn it every couple months, and that'd be optimal. However, we're in this weird like urban zoning of our city, and they don't allow us to do any sort of burning whatsoever, which really stinks. And so what we ended up doing is we ended up putting a Craigslist ad up to our local area and asking, hey, like, if you have acreage and don't mind us dumping and just burning it all, we'd be happy to pay you. So right now we have this arrangement where we're going right now. We pay $200 a month, and we can essentially dump whatever we want there, as far as branches, clippings, any sort of lawn waste, leaves, all that stuff. And if we took it to the dump, we'd probably be spending about $300 or $400 a month. However, this place is only a couple miles from our shop, whereas the dump is like a 15-20 minute drive, or 20-minute drive at least. So right now I'm taking about, I'd say about 12 yards of branches and tree debris that we were hauling away from a tree job. All right, so this is back on the gravel road where we go for our big dump sites. So we do carry probably about 40, 50, 60 even yards of material and debris at our shop, but then when it gets kind of a lot there, we bring it all over here. We're gonna pull in here. Let's see where we dump a lot of our stuff. So we have a bunch of dumping there, wood chips, more wood chips way over there. Then we have all our dumps down here. You can see this is like a lot of the debris for lawn clippings. So, and then more over there. All right, so here's a pressure washing job. You can see here, you got some nice aggregate driveway, you got the walkway. Had a whole bunch of green algae and moss and stuff growing. And in the backyard, same thing, clear out the walkway. All nice and clean now. Had a bunch of moss, and then the mildew starts to grow after the winter, Pacific Northwest, so nice backyard, and cleaned off all the blocks and everything in here. All right, so we're at one of our clients up in Blaine. This client leaves for the winter, and so they kind of trust us just to make sure everything's taken care of. The lawn gets super soppy and muddy back here in the winter, so we usually have to fix it up in the spring. And so we're gonna be doing some pressure washing. See, there's some green stuff growing on there. Right now, it's kind of doing a property inspection, seeing if everything's okay. We're gonna need some gutter clean out, planting some trees up front. See how muddy it is there. This is like from one of the times we mowed, and it was so wet that you can see the grooves in the wheels. That's not really good. I'll have to fix those. But yeah, you can see some moss growing inside of the bed, so maybe taking that out, take out some of these leaves. But yeah, this whole week we've been doing a lot of pressure washing. So we sent out an email for spring cleanups, and we offer free property analysis where we essentially go through the property and see what is needed. And so usually a lot of times that means getting them off for pressure washing. So we've been doing a lot of pressure washing, gutter cleanouts, cleaning out beds from leaves and all that good stuff, trimming. And so we have about 2,000 people, I think, or so, maybe 1,500 in our kind of email list. So when we send that out, essentially we get a whole bunch of emails back for cleanups and just making sure everything's good at their property, especially for the people like this that are out of town. All right, so getting started on the concrete path today. This will all be changed by the end of the day. Gonna frame it out today, and I think tomorrow, the next day, we'll actually be pouring the concrete. So about one boxwood, all those plants have come out, spread out some of the big rocks that we came across, cleaned all the underbrush, dead plants out of here, put mulch in there. Over here, we got a bunch of wax myrtles that'll be going in as a hedge. Fast growing Californica type species. This is where the concrete pathway is going to be going in a couple days. Still got to do a little rebar and sand on this before that gets poured. Retaining wall is cleaned up and the new soil placed. That's all beautiful. Pacific Ocean. Cleaned all this up. This was a whole bunch of junk in there, grass. Took it all out. Put in bark mulch. All back in here, and in the back area here, built a natural retaining wall with steps using the existing stones that were in the ground. So this pathway will go all the way to here, connect right up to their existing back patio, create a steps here, retaining wall. Other side of the project we've been working on, back part here, building this wall up, retaining wall, and then installed this side part, cleared out all that brush and taking out all the vines and junk that's in here. See, we've been going up, getting all the vines off these nice cedars so they don't die. Here we go again, and just when you think it's spring, starts to hail. Gotta love it. Alright, so we're doing pavers here again on the paver job. Finished this side almost, and working on the back now. Getting the Edge Pro in, sand laid. Today we were working over on the this side, putting the pavers down, just getting a paver pathway going around the house, like so. Alright, so we got a job today in Lincoln Green, essentially refreshing all the mulch and gravel. They want to add more color, and so when you want to add more color, you add red mulch. Lots of red mulch, and so this entire bed, in here you can see there's gravel, and inside the back yard is gravel. This will all be turned into lava rock, so lots and lots of red to add some color. A little bit windy today, and then in the front here we'll add more red mulch. We have a little bit down already, and then also we'll put lava rock underneath our arborvitae, all in here. So lava rock is on its way. Alright, almost done the job now. Red mulch, lava rock in and around the fence, inside, and a sea of red wood chips. You either love these or you hate them. Some people like them just for the color. Lots of contrast between red and green of the grass. Sometimes it complements red home or a lightly colored house, or people hate it. So either love it or you hate it, but we got lots of mulch in here today. Lava rock all underneath arborvitae. And then on the other side of the house, we got more red mulch just along the edges. We use those signs there for the yard sign once we've done a job. Just says landscaping services provided by Augusta Lawn Care Services.